How long will it take Coach Kalen Deboer to name a starting quarterback in 2025? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black, coming back once again to talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide and the comments that Coach Kalen Deboer made on yesterday concerning his quarterback battle in Tuscaloosa. All right, so we all know the three candidates: Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, freshman phenom Keelan Russell, 2 5-stars and a 4-star. All right, Keelan Russell, Ty Simpson, 5-star, and Austin Mack, 4-star. Remember, Austin Mack came from Washington with Coach Kalen Deboer, and he was recruited by Ryan Grubb. So you already know they like this guy. That's why they recruited him at Washington. You already know it. But anyway, Ty Simpson, he's been there the longest. I think he's going into his 3rd year. He done got meaningful snaps at one point in his college career. Now, granted, Ty Simpson only got 50 attempts with 29 completions, 0 touchdowns, a 58% completion rate. He's only thrown for 130 yards. 50 completions, 50 attempts, 29 completions, 58% completion rate, 130 yards with 0 touchdowns. Those are not great numbers. All right, but when Nick Saban benched Jalen Milroe in the South Florida game back in, I believe it was 2023, all right, they put Tyler Buckner in the game as the backup. He couldn't get it done. Ty Simpson, the 3rd-string quarterback or the 3rd-team quarterback, went in and got the victory for Alabama. So he got some meaningful reps in a game. All right, so he got the upper hand on the other two. Just by being there the longest, he done took more college snaps than all of them. But Austin Mack, he have managed to throw a touchdown last year to Rico Scott. So that's something that he got on Ty Simpson. Austin Mack, I think both Austin Mack and Ty Simpson is really accurate. And Keelan Russell, you hearing a lot of chatter about him and his ability. Now, I watched some film on him from yesterday. First day of spring practice, they was out throwing, and all of us throwing accurate balls, pretty balls. But I'm sure it's a lot more that's going to come with that because, ain't no pads on. It's just day one. So we're going to have to wait and see. But if Coach Kalen Deboer, if he decide to go 2 or 3 games into the season before naming a starter, that's fine with me. No point in being in a rush. No point in being in a rush. I just want the best man for the job, and I think Coach Kalen Deboer, quarterback coach Nick Sheridan, and offensive coordinator, they're going to get their guy. They're going to put the best guy on the field because Ryan Grubb, offensive coordinator, already said how he wanted this offense to look. He's already said he's going to try to push the ball down the field. So you got to have a guy who can do that. He's got to be accurate. He's got to be able to anticipate the throw. So, yeah, I think they're going to get the right guy. It's going to be one of them 3, all right? But if it ain't Ty Simpson, I said it before, if he don't feel that he's going to win this starting job coming out of the spring, he just might be in the transfer portal after the spring. He just might be. So, but anyway, let's get to this article. It's from Bama Hammer, titled "Alabama Football Will Need Starting Quarterback Clarity Before the Season Begins." The headline is Kalen Deboer does not rush into starting quarterback decisions, but Alabama football needs quarterback 1 clarity early in the 2025 season and plenty of snaps for the guy best able to beat Georgia. I know they mentioned the Georgia game, but that's not the only game that I'm concerned with. I'm concerned about every damn game. I know Georgia is a big game, but so is the Iron Bowl. So is the Tennessee game. All right, so is the LSU game. All those are big games. I think Georgia is the biggest because it's on the road, and we wasn't a very good road team last season. So, but still, That's not the biggest game in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, let's get to this article, man. Kalen Deboer has an Alabama football problem. None of his 2025 Alabama Crimson Tide quarterbacks have ever started a college game. And that is true. Ty Simpson has played in 16 games in his 3 season Crimson Tide career. His college passing production is 29 completions and 50 attempts. He has rushed for 130 yards. Okay, let's see. I believe I might have got that mixed up, but he done passed for 167 yards, not 130 yards, 167 yards, and ran for 130 yards. All right, still 0 touchdown passes. He done got 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns, but 0 passing touchdown. All right, but anyway, if Simpson is the guy to lead Alabama football to a win over Georgia in Sanford Stadium next September, he needs as many game snaps as possible against Florida State, ULM, and Wisconsin. The same can be said for Austin Mack and Kalen Russell, except their need for game action will be more pressing than for Ty Simpson if either one is named the starter in August. I kind of disagree with that also. All right, no matter who the starter going to be, game snaps is going to be critical before that Georgia game. All right. Now, remember, we got games against Florida State and Wisconsin before the Georgia game. So those might be challenging games for whoever the starter is also. All right. I understand what Georgia is, but you can't overlook those other teams also. Plus, we got ULM before we go to Athens also. So all of those games are critical as far as snaps, no matter who the quarterback is. As you see, Ty Simpson, he's more experienced than the other guys, but he don't have that much experience, especially in critical moments in games. He just don't. But anyway, like I said, if he don't feel like he gonna win this starting job coming out of the spring, he just might be in the portal, and then Coach Kalen Deboer might just be back in the portal looking for another quarterback. But anyway, the situation provides a challenge for Coach Kalen Deboer, Ryan Grubb, and Nick Sheridan. At least 2 of the 3 quarterbacks need plenty of game action starting in week 1. What if after the last scrimmage or fall camp, the quarterback position lacks a clear leader? How can Alabama coaching staff get one ready to beat Georgia if 2 or 3 are still competing to be QB1? Someone dispute that this is a challenging situation and prefer calling it a coaching dilemma. Hey, this was under Nick Saban, but it done been done before, going 2 and 3 games into the season before you name a starter. But I think Alabama will have a clear starter before the Georgia game. And if it don't, I tell you what, we'll know who will be the starter coming out of that game. We will know that. So I think all of these guys, especially in fall camp, will be competing hard to separate themselves. We already know Austin Mack ain't going nowhere. We know Kalen Russell ain't going nowhere. So if Ty Simpson decides to leave, one of them going to be the starter. And if Ty Simpson don't leave, that will lead me to think he's going to be the starter. If Ty Simpson is still there, if he don't get in the transfer portal after spring practice or during the spring transfer portal, that would lead me to believe he's going to be the starter because of how long he done been there. My opinion. Because if he's not going to be the starter, why stay? Because Austin Mack, he'll have another season or 2. Kalen Russell got 3 or 4 more years left. So why would Ty Simpson stay if he ain't going to be the starter, knowing his time is running out? Just me. But anyway, question on Monday about what he is expecting from his future QB1, Kalen Deboer said, it's got to be a guy that can deliver the ball, command the huddle, command everything we need as a team. That presence, that belief, and confidence in your signal caller. But that belief comes because you've been making the throws and you're getting the ball to the guys in a fashion where they can make their plays. You damn right. You got to anticipate the throw in order for those guys to make their play. You cannot wait until the guy comes completely open. You don't, as a quarterback, you ain't got that much time. You just don't. You got to be able to anticipate that throw, anticipate where that receiver will be. You got to. Now, as a thrower, I do think Ty Simpson was better than Jalen Milroe as a thrower. Ty Simpson can also run. And I done said this before, Ty Simpson, he is accurate. He make quick decisions. If he see the play breaking down, he's going to get up out of there. He's not going to stand in that pocket all day. All right? And he anticipate his throws. We'll see what Austin Mack is. Even though I like what I saw the few times he got in the game, we'll see what he really is. And just got to wait on Kalen Russell. Even though everything you hear about Kalen Russell is outstanding. He's just coming out of high school and this is just spring ball. So with Kalen Russell, I'm high on him, but really it's a wait and see. It's just a wait and see. But if he comes out with being a starter, man, Alabama might be on to something. But keep it moving. At Washington and early at Fresno State, Deboer was never in a hurry to name a new quarterback, his new starting quarterback. He was never in a hurry to name his new starting quarterback. He is not expected to be in a hurry in Tuscaloosa either. But Alabama's guy that starts and gets most of the playing time against the Seminoles need to be the guy who can beat Georgia. Maybe. I agree with this comment somewhat. If you're getting most of the reps in game one, you should be the guy starting against Georgia. Well, what about ULM? Who should start there? Who should start against Wisconsin? I think the guy getting most of the snaps in game one should get most of the snaps in game two. Because if you get most of the snaps in game one, you setting yourself apart. That's just me. If I'm giving Ty Simpson most of the snaps, I'm giving Austin Mack most of the snaps. Okay, I'm gonna give Austin Mack most of the snaps against Florida State game one. Why would I give Ty Simpson most of the snaps in game two? That's crazy. That is crazy. This man has already set himself apart to get the most snaps in game one. But then again, you can look back at Blake Barnett and Jalen Hurts. Game one, Blake Barnett started the game. But what was it at the end of the game? He played 2 or 3 series, and that was it. Insert Jalen Hurts. He took the rest of the snaps, and guess what he did? Took the rest of the snaps for the next 2 damn seasons. Why are you going to go backwards? That's crazy. That comment is stupid. But anyway, Alabama football fans will impatiently wait for the starter to be named. After seeing practice video, some Bama fans were ready for Kalen Russell to be named QB1 on Monday afternoon. Not after the first day. You ain't even scrimmaged yet. You don't know how he gonna react under pressure. He's just coming out of high school. I'm gonna tell you now. Sometimes you come out of high school as a highly rated 5-star. It just don't translate to college football. You ain't as good in college as you was in high school. We done seen it before. I just named him. Blake Barnett, highly touted 5-star. Where he at now? He transferred 4 or 5 times. But anyway, I don't understand how you can want a starter to be named after the first day of spring practice. That's crazy. But anyway, where we at? It might be good to remember that Kalen Russell is not the Tide only 5-star. QB Ty Simpson also was a 5-star in 2022. Had Austin Mack not skipped his final season of high school competition, the 4-star might have been a 5-star as well. Just like Ryan Williams, Austin Mack, he didn't attend his 12th grade season, and he came to college early. So, same thing. As a high school junior, Mack completed 269 of 382 passing attempts for 3,498 yards and 40 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions. Alabama is loaded with talent at quarterback. Out of those 3 guys, we are loaded. Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, and Kalen Russell. We loaded with talent. Remember, Kalen Russell, his last year of high school, this man threw for 55 touchdowns to, I think, 4 interceptions, over 4,500 yards. And he ran for 3 or 4 touchdowns too. He led his high school, I know, to 2 back-to-back two back-to-back state championships. Sophomore and junior season. I know he did that much. So yeah, we loaded with talent. But it takes more than talent to win games. I know the quarterback is the most important position on the field. But I like what Coach Kalen Deboer said about what he needs out of his starting quarterback. Somebody who can deliver the ball. Somebody who can command the huddle. All right. What else he said? The presence and belief in himself as a signal caller. They got to win the team also. So I'm looking forward to this quarterback battle. This is going to be one of the most hyped quarterback battles at Alabama than we've seen in a long time. Because of the 3 guys we got. The talent that all 3 of these guys have. And may the best guy win the job. And I do believe this offensive coaching staff is going to get the guy who best fits this offense and who can run this offense the best. They got to be efficient and consistent. So that's just my thoughts on it. And if you agree with me, let me know in the comment section. If you disagree, let me know. I ain't going to say who I think the starter will be. I'm going to see how it play out. All right. So, but just remember, if Ty Simpson come out of this spring feeling like he's not going to win this starting job, he will be in the transfer portal. Because the 2 guys behind him got more time left at Alabama than he do. All right. So if you agree, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Now, y'all be blessed. And remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, and roll damn Tide.